think that's just what we saw on full display right there. He kind of just like messed up whole ASAP's whole flow right there. Essentially.
Yeah. And like I said, it's the platforms. He had a combo that was working on the last stock. The middle platform went down, the side platforms went up. Now your whole combo route has to change. You have to work on the fly. And when it's a character you don't play every day, you sometimes will drop those. And I think it was a great choice to go to that stage.
Yeah, it's like a hazard of playing a lot of characters like ASAP tends to do in tournament. Just because, like, you have the counter pick advantage a lot of time, but despite how simple this game is, there's still a lot of scenarios like that are like very specific. That like, if you're not in practice with the character, you're not going to get them.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, like he played fantastically that game.
Yes.
Like to bring it that close, you know, at the end of all of it, game 5, usually when people are shaky, when things start to, you kind of fall back into your habits, that sort of stuff. ASAP still played phenomenal, and genuinely, Thaddeus Cruz for changing that nair. If that was a random nair, like think like even a patch ago, that nair could have sent him like, you know, it could have been straight vertical. It would have missed. ASAP would have got a combo and maybe won.
Yeah, no, that definitely paid off dividends in Mariostare right there in the final hour of that set. Oh my goodness, bro, that was insane.
They're phenomenal. They're both absolutely phenomenal players. ASAP's got a hell of a matchup to go into in playing Blazing Pasta, and that's probably going to be, I want to say that's the last set on Conduit stream will be that one. So if you want to see a little bit more of ASAP on the sponge or on, you know, the Sandy, maybe the Aang, I would definitely head over there and watch some of that. This one though, I am very excited. As someone who doesn't play versus PTM too often versus someone who doesn't play versus Sandy too often, this is going to be a lot of fun to watch.
I think it's definitely go either way for sure. I think Suible has to be very patient here in general. I think they both do. It kind of just depends. It's another one of those things where if Mariostare is getting caught by the lassos, it'll be a rough time. But at the same time, if Suible's getting hit by straight hits, it'll be a rough time for him.
Yeah. I don't know. Suible is looking like he's looking like unmovable.
Yeah.
You know, the way that I usually see Suible versus Pugex is like immovable force versus, or sorry, unstoppable force versus immovable object type thing, right? I want to see if Mariostare can be that unstoppable force, or is Suible going to continue to be that immovable, unshakable, like best player of NASB 1?
Oh yeah, for sure. And I don't know. I think the last time I remember them playing, it probably played since, but I definitely remember them playing at Genesis tournament. Mariostare did beat him there, but it was a whole different character, whole different patches. A lot of things changed.
I mean, that was a matchup that I think it was April, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a matchup that's entirely different. Now you have a character with a little bit less variance when it comes to the percent that you die. Sandy tends to not get hit by a lot of the I die at 0 stuff that April gets hit by. So losing that variance could be the difference maker. And then you add on top of the fact that we have probably the best move in the game at dealing with a PTM recovery the lasso.
Oh yeah, if Mariostare gets knocked off stage, he's not coming back. Like that's like she should not come back.
Yeah, and that forces you into a situation where I have to recover high or horizontal versus Suible, who is so good at looking for those options. Right into game 1 on Jelly, exactly what I expected here. The crouton!
The projectiles are so crucial against doing that lasso. That's probably the very good part of that. Great recognition from Mariostare. Blocking a lot of them too. I like what I'm seeing.
Yep, but here's the situation. You've got to try and recover, and you're so scared of the lasso that you SD.
Oh yeah, paying him way too much respect right there. It's so tough trying to get 0 like that. It's just continuing the onslaught.
Yeah, and one of the things that we'll probably see a lot of is these RPSs straight in the air. There's nothing you can do when you get hit with jab at that angle. It's a tough spot. You just need to not be there, realistically.
That's the life of this big body character with a little unfortunate recovery.
Yep.
Lasso from so far away and missing the snare, but still gonna continue his edge guard.
Yeah, and Mariostare is actually at 0, so he could have broken out of that grab. But, okay, there we go. Gets the nair. We're only 1 stock down. That's not too bad. We saw Kudo in the same spot, and he did all right eventually. So maybe Mariostare will be a lot of the same. This is that scenario where I feel like if I'm Mariostare, I have to start thinking about playing the RPS game and not trying to interact with that jab.
Yeah. it feels just like every time he's like in that close range, which is rough because that's what Mariostare like to be. He just ends up getting jabbed near this ledge again.
You gotta recover low. Okay.
I'm surprised it made it back, honestly.
Yeah, he made it back onto the stage, and I don't even think Suible was expecting it. He wasn't necessarily in time to punish it. Once again, throwing out a lot of these nairs, a lot of these strongs. There we go. Start playing the RPS game. Gets hit by the up tilt, but is good for now. Finally makes it back down into the jab, and that's about it.
Winner.
Immovable object.
Yeah, he
Immovable
is crazy. Bro is unshakable for sure. Jeez, I was just yeah, I mean, there was some flashes of good moments from Mariostare right there, but all it came down to you're within striking range, you're getting jabbed, you're near the corner, good game. You feel me?
Yeah, hey, I think this matchup kind of goes that way, to be completely honest.
Yes.
You've got to, there's a lot of situations where you kind of have to play almost perfect. You know, off stage you have to play perfect. In neutral you have to play almost perfect. You can get away with a couple of strongs, but the moment you land with nair incorrectly, you're gonna get put in the little jab loop. So
yeah, I like the usage of croutons though from Mariostare, specifically making him think a bit more about lassoing him in certain scenarios.
exactly, if he can convert off of it, I think one time I'm seeing a stage choice, and I'm not entirely sure if I agree. This is Sandy's home. I'm gonna jab you from, and you're gonna die at any percent from anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, here's the starts mix. He's getting jabbed. Okay, Tech's out.
Oh, okay. Actually, something I didn't necessarily think about. The slime could mess things up. Maybe he's looking for a little bit more from the slime coming around, maybe messing up some of the jabs. Shines out.
Wow. Rare drop of Suible right there. What? He didn't even...
It was the best scenario he's been in all game, and Suible using the reversal tool of the century gets out, dies though really early. Even on good DI, I don't think you're living that long.
Yeah. Unlike ASAC game though on this stage, definitely a lot more leeway to use your arrows against this character than SpongeBob. At the same time though, the punish game, as you said, can be very brutal.
Yeah, you've got to find a way down, and there's the RPS. You have to be thinking about it at all times, especially when you're a person who likes to do a lot of strongs. There was a chance to punish there. The hitbox wasn't lining up for Suible on that up B. Gets it down here.
Oh, you're going so crazy out there. Oh, scary.
Yeah, whenever you're forced to use that up B, it's always just kind of like you have to like clench your cheeks and just pray.
Yeah, definitely gotta pray. Suible off stage right now, gets reversal. We gotta respect him sometimes, man. You gotta look after the lasso.
Yeah, it's the best reversal tool in the game on the best character in the game. So that's one of the things you have to think about. I thought he was going to get teetered, but the down throw catches it at 160, which honestly he's been putting on damage pretty quick.
Yeah, takes off the slime.
He got reflected into 30,000 damage, gets the down strong.
Yeah.
Tries to catch a lazy landing. Shines out of the combo though. That's fantastic for him. Gets to reset the scenario. Jab, but the slime!
Oh, didn't even matter.
He's done it too many times. It doesn't even affect him.
He's burning into his memory bank to this point though, down there, but let's go get back at the same time. It's looking like it may not be great from our stairs. Strong upper, unfortunately not quite killing.
Strong dare? Oh, I thought maybe with the ground bounce he would get it. Second one?
There it is. No! What?
That's, I don't know. I thought he was dead for sure, but it's just he's better. He's better. Good attack on the platform. That was super important. Oh no, yellow blocks it, and now it's a punish.
Hey.
You gotta hold out.
Oh, gets out. Strong dare.
Strong dare.
Okay, it's going back and forth, man. I don't know.
If he takes this game, gets away from the snare, no lazy landing on this PTM just yet. That's a bad spot though.
Oh my god, dude, that last situation was so rough. You saw him up there at first. Suible's right there. He got scared, went low, but you can't do that.
No, he's covering that space to force you to go low. This is what I talked about when you have to pay attention to the RPS scenario. That's the only way you're getting down. You go low, you're dead. You have to really, like, it's a 1 in 3. Take your shot, try and fight your way down. That's what you do. You're Mariostare. You're used to fighting your way out of disadvantage. To see yourself get scared by Sandy when that's kind of your magnum opus, it's unfortunate to see, but honestly, stage pick went well. I think that's working for him.
Yeah, no, it definitely went well for sure. It was definitely in this matchup, PTM can just cover more of that space more effectively than against SpongeBob, as we saw before.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think the way Mariostare is kind of utilizing the small area and still spacing well, it's definitely a testament to he's throwing out strongs, and a lot of people don't give him credit. He spaces things good.
Yeah.
How do you like my
Okay, realistically, I think this works against ASAP. I don't know if I pick this against Suible. A lot of these platforms are a little bit too high to affect some of the combos. Shines his way out, but gets jabbed again, and there's nothing you can do.
Man. Yeah, the platforms are more relevant. It's like an aerial juggle focused character, but Sandy, like her strings are so close to the ground. We said that doesn't really make too much of a difference either way.
Yeah, exactly. And we're seeing another one of those strings right now. Tries to catch his DI, mixing up the sides. Makes it onto the top platform, but it's put it right back in the blender. He's got to find something. Tries it with the up air. There we go. Finds it. Good DI from Suible, though.
Definitely great DI&D. Not too bad of a situation right there. Unless he gets reversal, which is very rough right now. Going to cover that with the strong there and may just rinse and repeat here to Dev mixy up.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Once again, it's the reversal tool every time. Catches him jumping from ledge. Same thing that happened with ASAP, but it's looking a little bit tough. He's got to find more in neutral here instead of just running into jab.
Yeah, again, like, just with this sort of messy sort of neutral style, he likes to scrap, but it's like not paying off well against Suible. That was crazy, by the way.
Really tried to catch his DI with it to see if he could get the double. Good nair to get out of the combo, trying to reset the situation. Suible tech rolls away, and he's not able to capitalize. And the platform doesn't put him in a tech situation. This is a rough spot.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is a strong upper, doesn't even matter. So much lag on that up B, still get it. Mariostare in the last stock of winners right now.
Yeah, I caught the DI as well. Mix it up with the forward throw like we've seen for well over a year now. But it's a decent spot. No, he parries the down strong. He has no fear at all of anything that can happen, and it's over. Yeah, that's... The moment I saw down strong get parried into a jab, I was like, yeah, I don't think he's losing the set no matter what happens after this. He could drop the combo, and it's the same situation.
It was
Good
crazy
stuff to Suible, man.
Yeah, you saw at the end of that game, too, that you pointed out, Suible was just in his head, bro. And it definitely just came off entirely in that game 3.
Yeah. Look, Mariostare, fantastic job making it to winners finals. You know, say what you will about, like, unfortunate situations on certain parts of the bracket. He had to beat everybody else.
Yeah.
And so definitely a testament to his play style and how good he genuinely is at the game, regardless of, of his style of play, of doing the strongs and whatever. Man's good. Like, he really is.
Hey, listen, bro. Some people have the misconception that neutral got to be clean at fighting games. Hell no. There's so many players.
Like, I get, like, yada yada fundamentals, yada yada. Buddy, we're playing NASB 1. If you're good at NASB 1, you're good at NASB 1. Like, it doesn't have to be, we say it about Sanji a lot. There's people who are platform fighter gods, but then there's people who are masters of specific things in specific games. Mariostare's always been good at this. It's a consistent playstyle, and he's done it well, consistently.
Right. I mean, being able to, like, still scrap, in this sort of messy style with, like, Suible, especially in that game, too. Very, very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, Mariostare's not the type of guy to get into his own head, especially making it to winners finals of a tournament like this caliber. And then you have to think, who am I going to play up against next? You've got the winner of ASAP Blazing Pasta playing against Kudo. So you either have an Aang, which we're okay with as PTM, Tri-Main, which we beat him before, and then the one I'm a little bit worried about, which is the Ren and Stimpy.
Oh yeah. That historically, his matchup has been buns, brother.
Yeah, it's never been good, and Blazing Pasta, whenever he is playing a matchup that he's comfortable with, it's usually it looks really bad. It looks really, really bad. ASAP forced him onto Lincoln, I believe. So that's definitely, I mean, it's definitely going to be a sight. Seeing who Blazing Pasta plays against Kudo, considering they already played before, in winners game 5 scenario. So we'll see. I'm very excited. But of course, ASAP